Welcome to this video about the object pool pattern, the design pattern. This is going to be a 4-part video with some extra videos as well. So for the first part in this video, this will be just a simple introduction to the pattern itself. So then for the second video, I will actually show how to apply the object pool pattern. Actually, no. Before I'm going to show how to apply it, I'm going to show you how to make a game in JavaFX. So, second part will actually be a JavaFX, not really a game, more like this small game engine thing. So it's not going to be a playable game, but something that runs on the screen and takes up a lot of memory, so we can see why we need the object pool. And then for the third video, I'm going to show how to actually apply this to this kind of game thing from video number 2. And then fourth video will be just a short video with a discussion on why this kind of object pool that I've used here is only one kind of object pool, and there are different ways you can create that. So this is what I'll do. Then there will be 2 other videos. The fifth one will be about the observer pattern. Observer. So I'll first give an introduction and a simple implementation. And then for the 6th video, I will try to apply the observer pattern to the game that I create in video number 3. Like this. So first off, I'm going to start with the intro of the object pool pattern. So the object pool pattern is actually something that we use mainly for efficiency reasons. So either we use it to make things faster or to use less memory. So the object pool pattern is where we have some client program that wants to use the object pool, and then we have the object pool itself. Let's just call it pool for easy for me to draw. And then the object pool will then have some objects inside of it. So we have a class object, and the object pool will then actually compose of objects, and the client will use the object pool to get references for the actual objects. So this is it. So the object pool will have some methods like get object, which would also create the objects, and we'll have something like release the object as well. Release, wow. Release the object. So we can get objects and release objects. So this is all about when we have something where we have a list of objects that we are using, and we want to reuse the objects. So let me first talk about the example for this game that I'm going to create later. So in this game we have a game screen like this. On the inside of this game screen we have some stones that look differently, but we have some stones in here. Like here we have a stone, here we have a stone, here, here, and here. These stones, these stones are moving actually, so they are all moving downwards like this in the game. It could be actually that you had to shoot them down before they actually hit you here at the bottom of the screen. In the game I'm going to create, it's not going to be anything like that. But if we just create these stones, let them start here at the top and let them just go downwards, at some point these stones, some of them will get out of screen like this. So we'll have some objects out here. These objects are not visible to whoever plays this game. They are not usable in any way. They're just out here and using up space. And if we're not destroying them, they will just take up more and more and more memory and resources until the program will crash. And I'll show how this actually will crash. So we can say that this is actually some unusable objects. So what the object pool does is it actually takes all the objects that we have been using and it recycles them. So it recycles them by using, when we release them, it puts them in a special queue here or something like that. A list. Put all the objects in here, and whenever we need a new object up here, for example, we create a new stone up here, we, instead of creating it again by using the new keyword and instantiating it, we reuse this one and reuse this one, etc., and just set the values back to what they need to be here. So this is basically it. So we have a big pool of objects that we can reuse, so we don't need to recreate them every time. And this is especially important if we have something that's very expensive to create. That could be something like a connection. For example, if we're doing connections to a database, or I don't know, reading from the same file or something like that, we could actually apply this kind of, we could call it a connection pool or file reader pool or whatever, and just reuse that every time, so we don't have the overhead of recreating connections all the time. So these are different uses for connection pools. I'll discuss more about this in the 4th video. So yes, this is basically the object pool pattern. So next video I'll show you how to create a game in JavaFX, and the 3rd video I'll actually show how to apply this.